everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Dos Cavazos here. I'm Anthony.
I'm Casey.
So where we left off with Kim and Jimmy is that they're in a weird position where they're either going to break up or get married. It seemed like, Kim was like all the stuff that she was going through, Jimmy not telling her that he was still going to go through with the plan, even though the fact that she told him not to go through with the plan, really seemed like this was going to be like the downward, boom, or the detonator to the bomb, or whatever the case may be to their relationship.
Yeah, it's weird. It was like, if you're saying like, hey, let's break up, and then all of a sudden you're like, or get married, like those things don't equal each other. So it's just kind of interesting, and like, I wonder if they're actually going to go through with getting married.
I don't think that, I don't feel like they are. I feel like what we kind of knew going into this series, eventually they weren't going to be together. I feel like we've kind of inferred that along the way watching the show. Obviously, because we didn't see Kim in Breaking Bad, but like what was going to be that event was always my curiosity, and I thought this was really going to be the event, and it still might be. Like
it seems like every time we think something's going to be the event, it's not.
Yeah, I really thought that this could have been the catastrophic event that ends their relationship. And I still think that it might. It's just we kind of got to see how it plays out right here. What's the next moment going to be? What is Saul going to say to Kim in that sentence? Because like it seemed like he was trying to like, oh, we're not going to break up. We're not going to break up. He was like just kind of how it is when you ever gone through a breakup and the other person's kind of leading it that way. And then that's just 180 from what what he was expecting, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's interesting. I'm looking forward to this next episode because that was just like an interesting plot twist.
Yeah. I'm also interested to see what's going to happen with Lalo. He was kind of set up by Mike. I still kind of think that Lalo could have been feeding that information to Nacho that might have been like possibly fake information to try and like see if like if Nacho's trustworthy or not. I've always been scared for Nacho. I'm always scared for his father. And, the fact that he keeps bringing up his father too, obviously to Mike in the last episode too, that he's worried about him, and that like it's just kind of ominous when Mike said like, oh, let's take care of Lalo and then we'll talk about it. That's kind of ominous to me, and that's worrisome. I don't necessarily know if Nacho might die, but like, I'm worried about his father.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos, and let's jump into this next one.
If I have the urge to not tell you something, then I've got to tell you.
Right. Are they like negotiating?
Full disclosure.
Then it works both ways.
It works both ways.
They're acting like
Like
a lawyer,
for their relationship.
That's so funny.
Doesn't seem like, that's going to end well. She thinks she wants honesty until she finds out all the shit that he does.
They're going to get married right now?
Is he a witness?
Nope.
Cool. Come on.
Thanks for coming.
Good to see you.
Shall we?
Oh my goodness.
Are they going to follow through? I don't know if they will.
How about we take a rain check on that? We just need to get this done. You feel me?
Aw, that's such a weird way to think about it.
This is a legal arrangement. This way, if I get into trouble, they can't make her testify against me.
Oh, this is why?
That's all this is.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
That's not what I was. Oh, that kind of like, I don't know. I'm sad now. That makes sense. That's why she said that.
Oh, wow. This just feels like so fake,
Wexler McGill? You, James Morgan McGill, take
This
Kimberly
is like so
Wexler.
sad, though.
No middle name. To be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part.
I do.
Oh.
And do you, Kimberly Wexler, take James Morgan McGill to be your
weird.
lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part.
She's not going to say it?
I do.
You keep
I keep liking like this can't be real. Like,
And by the power vested in me by the state of New Mexico, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
with the disposable camera.
Someone's got to take a picture.
I know. I just didn't think it was actually gonna
I know.
like happen. That's why I kept thinking like, okay, this is gonna stop it. This is gonna stop it. But like she even kind of had a smile on her face. This kind of seems a little like them. Like they've always been a little unorthodox.
Like this, very legal. Well, they're married.
Yeah, that's so weird.
What's gonna happen in the future? He's not still married.
Is he? Like, he's still married to her and he's in Omaha right now?
Yeah.
Saul Goodman, speedy justice for you.
I've been calling you.
Yeah, I had a busy morning.
Nacho?
Go to lockup.
Oh, shit, Lalo. Oh, shit.
My client, who got picked up
They're gonna
this
want
time?
him to rep Lalo.
Jorge de Guzman.
Who the hell is Jorge de Guzman?
Who do you think?
This is gonna be interesting.
State versus Jorge de Guzman, case CR 2004003022.
How does he plead?
Not guilty. On all charges.
I'd like to schedule a pretrial hearing in 6 weeks, and I'm going to deny bond.
Your Honor.
That's my decision.
Kevin, you chose me as your attorney, and that was the best day of my professional life. Yesterday was the worst day of my professional life.
You get rolled over by... Well, you know what?
Don't talk shit. She defends him.
I expected more.
Don't talk shit about her husband.
This fella, McGill or Goodman, whatever, he could do a whole lot better.
Yikes.
What?
Oh, crap.
You ignored our advice.
Well, so this is my fault.
We said Mesa Verde should reconsider the site for the call center. You declined. We advised you to keep the purchase lot as an investment. You declined. And we advised you to leave that meeting when it became apparent that the other side was negotiating in bad faith. You declined. At every point, we gave you the best guidance we could. And at every point, you chose to go your own way.
I didn't even think about it from
We
that
are your
perspective.
attorneys, and it is our job to advise you. The decisions will always be yours, but if you continue to ignore us, then this is the wrong relationship.
It's a power move.
Whoever represents you in the future, I hope you're going to listen to them a little bit better.
That it? All right, then. See you on Thursday.
It worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
He respects strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd your day go? I got married.
He already started
I
lying to
know.
her.
Man, it's just funny. It's not funny because, it seems like she's happy here a little bit, despite all the other stuff that's going on. But, he's starting it off so negative right here, just telling the truth.
I know, despite lying.
I know. Keeping secrets from her is, I feel like the root of, their main problems.
And it's already.
I'm having the urge not to tell you something.
Okay, come on.
It's nothing. I'll tell you later, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a cartel guy from Mexico. Pretty high up. He's in for murder and he wants bail, which that's impossible. I mean, if I could, somehow find a way. He said I'd be a friend of the cartel. Friend of the cartel. You know what that means? It means money. Ranch in Montana kind of money.
She's not going to be okay with this.
Do you want to be a friend of the cartel?
No.
But
Absolutely
if you
not.
don't get him off, then
There's no judge on earth that's gonna grant him bail. Didn't want to tell you, so I thought I should tell you.
that's a good start.
Yeah. I think that's a good rule of thumb for him, too. If he wants to hold something from Kim, it's probably something you should tell her.
I'm glad you did.
And she's like, I want a divorce.
I went out.
And you want me to square it with Frank?
Frank's not all of it. It's the cartel.
Is he gonna go to
got
witness
away.
protection? What if he goes with the
I
guy?
was thinking that, too.
What if Mike knows the guy?
What are you holding out?
Lalo called me from inside. He put me back in charge. He wants me to burn down the Pollos Hermanos.
Then he's not out of the picture, is he?
Oh,
It's such a stupid ass fucking plan.
no. Unless you're right and he is just trying to feed him fake.
I don't know though.
I don't know.
Because, Gustavo's been like, promote lower level like drug dealers or hire some other people. So how is he going to handle burning down one of his restaurants?
Gustavo.
Always good to see you, my friend. He ordered his men to burn down one of my restaurants.
You're kidding. He's in jail. He can still do that.
I'm afraid so.
I know it's not exactly my area of expertise, but don't people get killed in prison all the time? I mean, shanked and shipped and whatnot.
Anything happens to Salamanca on this side of the border, the cartel will assume that it was my doing. It would mean war.
It's a miracle I haven't been caught. Last year,
This is the guy who killed
the
himself in
auditors
Breaking
came
Bad,
this
right?
close.
Like when the DEA?
Yeah.
I think
Saul Goodman, speedy justice for you.
I need a word.
Oh. A word, yeah. Yeah, I have a word for you. Tunnel, which is where I am right now. Sorry, I can't hear you. Maybe try again later.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's not for me, and it shouldn't be for you.
Hey, you forget your key? Oh. Okay, yeah, come right in.
I need you to get him out on bail.
Wait, what do you have to do with Lalo Salamanca?
I represent someone who has an interest. Someone your client can never know about.
You know what Salamanca did, right?
I am aware.
What's this?
This is everything you need to do your job.
Oh. Is he actually gonna burn it down?
They have to know about it, though,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe he's like, do it. Told him to do it. They are doing it. He's like, if anyone's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Dang.
Is he gonna like slide? He like sprayed it with something, though, right? Or he put something on it?
Yeah. Something flammable.
Yeah.
Maybe like as it defrosts, it'll slide. Yeah. That was interesting. Oh, interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
Wow, just destroy your own restaurant.
My thing is, like, why is he now trying to get Lalo out of prison?
Mm-hmm.
Dave Clark, the mysterious third party who's coaching your key witness. All right, good. You know what? Do the dumb act for Parson. Please. I can't wait to see him rip you both a new one.
There he goes again.
Any idea what that asshole is going on about?
No.
I'll call the librarian.
It's gotta be his family. Fred Whalen. The guy who died.
Doesn't even know. Didn't even know.
You could even care less. That's so crazy.
I know.
To be that ruthless.
And Jimmy's like,
Yeah.
aww.
Oh, don't do something stupid, though.
I hope he doesn't like throw the case or something.
Yeah, like, don't get into shit with Gustavo now.
That's right, Your Honor. Witness tampering. I have reason to believe that the prosecution's key witness was coached by a private investigator who was hired to pervert justice.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, it seems a person unknown to my team may have interacted with our witness, causing her to call Detective Roberts and amend her statement 2 months after the initial interview. This only recently came to our attention, and we are vigorously investigating.
I would hope so.
We ask that the court recognize him as a flight risk and as a danger to the citizens of New Mexico.
All due respect, Your Honor, but the witness is not just one small element of the state's case. She's the only witness tying Mr. de Guzman to the murder scene, and she's been manipulated.
Furthermore, the claim that Mr. de Guzman has no ties to the community, that's just patently false. Mr. de Guzman has deep ties to the city of Albuquerque. I'd like you to meet his family. That's his fiancée and the love of his life, Beth McKinnon, his stepchildren, Kristen and Ella, and sitting with them is Beth's mother, Mary. Now, Your Honor, my client is the only father that these kids have ever known. They depend on him. How can you possibly see fit to separate this beautiful family?
I accept the defense's argument that bond is warranted. But considering the severity of the charges, I will set the amount at $7 million, cash only.
Oh, Your Honor.
$7 million.
Yes, and I am so sorry.
I can do that.
I knew. I don't think it's fine.
I'm gonna need you to pick it up.
What, me?
I'll call you.
He's got it from his phone in jail. Jail phone.
Yeah.
What if it was his phone? Like, worked its way in there, you know, his old phones. That'd be funny. That's so weird.
Hey, Jimmy.
Howard, what are you doing here?
So, have you thought any more about the job?
The job? Yeah.
Just turn him down. It's not
I
tormenting
know,
him.
just say no, I don't want it.
Still giving it some thought.
Stop tormenting him. Just
say no. No thanks.
Yeah.
Giving it some thought. Don't bother.
Yes, please. Thank you.
It seems I've upset you, so offers off the table.
You upset me? How'd you upset me?
Piss him off, though. No.
He wants
You tell me.
to, like...
I don't know what you're into these days, Howard, but prostitutes and bowling balls, you sound unhinged.
Just leave him alone.
Jimmy, I'm sorry you're in pain.
You gotta let it go.
You're sorry.
It's crazy. I've like grown to like Howard so much now. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
You turn around after that and face everyone who just saw you act up like a kid.
Wow.
So the root there of Jimmy's messing with Howard has finally come to light. It's coming from a place of pain, and you know he's holding Howard accountable, even though he didn't say it before. Now he's obviously displaying those.
He like transferred the blame from himself to Howard, and now he's sticking with it.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a weird situation because it's so far removed, and it's crazy to see because Howard is such in a good state, and maybe that's why, because Howard actually went through like the grieving process and he went to therapy. Jimmy didn't want to, and like that's why Howard right now he looks like he's at peace. Like he's he's wanted to make peace with Jimmy. I offered him a job. He said that all the stuff that he regretted, how he let his brother like influence him, how he let Chuck influence his decision not to hire Jimmy, all that, and it just seems like he's at such a good place. And I actually really like Howard. Early on in the first few seasons, always try to perceive it as he was the villain, and Chuck was on his side, but then obviously it's kind of, you can kind of see through that, but he's such a more deeper character than that. He's really grown on me, in all honesty.
I think that it's interesting how Mike kind of was one step ahead. Like, he was that private investigator because he knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah. I really don't... I'm kind of confused by that aspect, actually.
Or maybe...
Well, because he said that, like, the outside private investigator had, you know, influenced like their witness's decision. But like, you know, that was Mike, and you know, Mike was trying to put him in jail. So now it's really the whole issue about.
Maybe he just used that.
Well, yeah, but now he's trying to get him out of jail. So like he used that to get him in jail, but now he's using it to get him out of jail. So it's kind of a weird situation, and I'm not quite sure exactly where they're going with it, because you know, another thing that Gustavo said too is that like, you know, if I were to attack him on this side of the border, it would be considered an act of war, and that they would think that it was him. Unless he thinks that he's going to get out and then go to Mexico and then maybe try and get him over the border, possibly. I mean, that's the only thing that I could think of right there. There was a little scene there too where, you know, he was with Gustavo was at Madrigal, where they showed that the guy at the head table. Pretty damn sure that was the guy from Breaking Bad, because you know, I remember when everything went to shit and you know, Walt took out Gustavo and it all came back down to Lydia. You know, she said that they were going after the restaurant division of Madrigal, and like, you know, there were so many other divisions that she could help, and that's how she was able to like transport like the methylamine or whatnot for Walt and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure that was the guy who killed himself when everything went to shit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen next. You know, another interesting aspect there was Gustavo going through with arson on his own restaurant.
I know, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's you could tell he's not happy about it. But he's still going through the motions, because you know, he knows whatever he has planned with Lalo, he is doing it because of that, and like he doesn't want to step on the cartel's toes, because not yet, obviously, we know that happens later on in Breaking Bad, but right now he's like treading the line and like trying to make it seem that like, you know, he's not trying to go against them in any way.
I really want to see how his plan unfolds. Like, what's Gustavo up to? Because he's always one step ahead. So.
Yeah, I'm really nervous about everything. Like, there's just so many pieces. The fact that, you know, Saul is representing Lalo, the whole Nacho aspect, Nacho's father, Mike having the connection both to Gustavo as well as Saul, and actually 3 connections, because he has the connection to the Salamancas too. So it's just like it's really weird, and it's kind of interesting to see how all these things come together and how it's all going to unfold. And that's not even to mention Kim and all this too, and like all the dynamics and everything that's been going on with their relationship. It can go any which way.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.